I could just
What?
nothing. It's just seeing your stupid face, what you're doing up in the top right before I switch the camera on.
I have no idea. What are you talking about?
Okay. Yeah, make me look like a lunatic.
What was I doing?
You were helping me enjoy my very first 6 days of 2022.
That's very kind of me to do that.
Hi, Will. I haven't talked to you in like 6 months, it feels like.
It's easily the longest we've gone without talking.
In a pretty long while. I'll say before we like rejoined forces on a similar team. I mean, we didn't talk to each other. I didn't really like you. I still don't. So like it's weird like forcing myself to talk to you, but I guess this is our mechanism.
Yeah, I mean, we're making the big bucks now on this podcast, so we're doing it for the money at this point.
Yeah, no, this is it. Yeah, it's like when you're like 6 seasons into Practical Jokers and you're like, I actually hate these guys that I do this with, and I just kind of have to be here. So
okay, first off, there's our starting topic.
That is the start. I did.
You heard Joe's leaving, right? That's why you brought it up.
Mm-hmm. Him and his wife breaking up.
That is heartbreaking.
It is. Like, do one or the other. How are you going to split up and drop from the show? Like, you don't need to do both. How is it not like a one or the other kind of ultimatum?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Yeah, I think it was his own thing of like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on just making this smooth for the kids and stuff. But yeah, it's heartbreaking. Like, yeah, that's a tough one. He's
How
great.
old are his kids?
I don't know. They're not that old.
Oh, okay.
I think they're like 5.
He's like old AF.
Yeah.
He's got less hair than I do.
No, it's sad. I'm really sad. I think he's my favorite on the show as well. But I always kind of like said too that like I don't really have a favorite. Like they're all kind of my favorite, and so that's tough without one of them. Like that'll be a rough one. But
I just resonate with Murray for obvious reasons.
Just because everybody hates you the most.
Yeah. Because I'm a psychopath, bald psychopath. That's about right. No,
that is right.
It's sad to see. I think Joe is probably my favorite as well.
Yeah, he's goofy.
Starting 2022 off
to an awful start.
Absolutely awful start.
But on a positive note, we're back. This is our first episode in the new year, episode 12. And I couldn't be more excited.
And here we have it, Joe Gatto on the podcast. Let's go.
Woo! If you replaced me with him, I would be so excited. Oh man, that'd be great.
I think I would be replaced. No, I just find a third little box. I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, we would make it work. Well, let's kick it off with our opening hypothetical.
Okay.
And I think, was it the last one or the one before that you did the entire outline? I think it was 2 before. And so
it's been a while. You had to remind me that this podcast existed. So I don't. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say this is me paying it back. Like this was an entirely Will outline, so I'll be doing both of the hypotheticals and the entire outline, as you'll soon see here. But
wonderful. I brought a hypothetical, but
you did. Well, great. We'll go to that one because my second one's awful.
It is. I read it.
And my first one's not that great either. Let's start with mine.
Okay.
Your Groundhog Daying, if you've seen the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. Basically what happens is he wakes up and he repeats the same day over and over and over again. This happens on Groundhog Day, but you get to choose. This is happening to you now. You're waking up over and over and over again. Which holiday do you choose to Groundhog Day on? And Groundhog Day meaning you're repeating the same day over and over again.
Yeah, when I first read this, I was like, this is going to have to be thoroughly explained. I understand now. It has to be a holiday? Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Do birthdays count?
No. I knew you would ask. I knew it because that was the first thing I thought too. I was like, I think I'd want a day that was more me focused. Your birthday counts if it's on a holiday. Originally, I had U.S. Postal Service recognized holiday, but I realized they don't really recognize a whole lot of holidays, so decided not to go that route.
I want to, like, you know, you immediately go to the big ones, but the more I think about it, does everything that happened on those days impact my body and physically going forward? So let's say it's on Thanksgiving.
You die.
And everything that I have and I eat, is it impacting me day over day over day that I like eating awful every Thanksgiving?
No.
So I start the day, I reset.
The only thing that you get to carry over are your memories.
Yeah. Okay. Tori loves it when I get really into the details of all of the things, the hypotheticals that we get into. So I like to make sure that we're really in on, like, we have this 100% mapped out, so we know all the different variables.
Yeah.
It's her favorite thing. She asks me to do it every time. So
I'm gonna. That sounds legit to me.
Yeah, 100%. Well, if that's the case, I still don't think I could do like Thanksgiving. Like, yeah, the food's great, but no. Let me ask this. Every single day, are the variables the same? So it is like a genuine restart. And am I the same age every time, or do I also age?
No, you don't age.
So I'm genuinely living the same day over and over and over again.
Carries over.
Sorry, you can break it up.
But the things that you say and do throughout that, I know it's breaking up on my side as well. The only, like, you can influence things by saying different things throughout the day, but it is the same day over and over again. Okay.
Wasn't there recently like a Hulu movie about this?
It is a movie called, I don't want to spoil it because, like, that's if you've never seen the movie, then
ruin it for the viewers. It's
fine. What is the movie called? I just watched it. It's great.
It is good.
Palm Springs.
That's right. It's a good one. Okay, so
great film.
I'm palm springing on any holiday. Which holiday do I palm spring on? Okay. I'm really just drawing this one out to just make Tori just so angry when we rewatch this later. July 4th, Independence Day.
Okay.
Because it's just fun. It's always a fun day. Oh,
it is a fun day.
But, well, Ollie doesn't have problems with it. If you went back like 5 years when I had Rafi, it would be different. He was really scared of fireworks and everything. Oh. So it was just like, you're always constantly worried about it. But
yeah,
now we're good. I do July 4th. How about you?
I'm gonna go with the boring answer, and it's probably Christmas, because that is when everybody is like around, you know, like that's when a lot of families flying in and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna assume, like, even this last Christmas, like, I have a lot of people that are within, you know, a couple hours from me, which is different than the rest of the year. So I would pick that just for that reason.
Wait, you wouldn't get burnt out from doing that over and over and over again?
Or you're going to get burned out no matter what.
Good point.
I'm saying. I mean, but like, you might as well have different people around, you know, whereas like a normal day, I'd be pissing away half my day flying around if I wanted to see other people.
Here's why and here's why that's a shitty idea. And it's because of that, because now you're forcing where you're comfortable to be around where everybody else is. And so it's like it sounds like good on paper, but if you actually went through that, if you stepped through doing that over and over and over again, 2 weeks in, you're going to hate everybody. Like, you're going to hate living through that again. And you're just going to be like, man, I wish I just picked a day where, like, I didn't have to see anybody and I could just chill. Because then you can decide if you want to go see people or you want to bring them together once you get 2 weeks in or a month in and you're bored with the same day over and over again.
You can do that anyway, though. Like, who cares if you piss them off?
How are you going to get away? How are you going to get away from Christmas?
Just say whatever. No, my stomach hurts. I can't do anything. Sorry. And then you're done.
If everything resets, like my money resets and everything, like I'm going to party for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter. I think the impact overall is the same. Pick your holiday.
Hanukkah.
Let's do it on fucking Hanukkah.
Sure. Why not? Yeah. I mean, it's 8 days, but that's all right.
I know the
I
8-day
think
time span.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a great workaround if I didn't
Don't they have a
specify.
primary? Isn't there a primary Hanukkah day? Is it like the last one? So you
I
blow
think
out the last candle.
one. Yeah.
That's like a thing.
And I think it's 7 days. I don't even think it's 8. No, it is 8.
What's the name of the final day of Hanukkah?
Hanukkah, the end. The last night. I think it's Hanukkah and the Deathly Hallows. It's a Harry Potter reference.
It is 8 days, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Also, when I Google it, it says last day of Chanukah. Is that normal?
Yeah.
CH?
You looked it up wrong. Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning. Expanding my horizons. Go ahead.
I was going to say, well, let's use that topic of holidays and tell me how your holiday / New Year's was.
Hanukkah was great. We had...
I know you don't celebrate Hanukkah.
Sorry. It was good. This past weekend, drove up to where my family lives. So I have 4 hours north of here. And got to see my sister, their kids, my parents. And it was just overall a great time. Love being able to see them. It's been a really long time, man. Like it's been since, our wedding, I got to see my sister, but I didn't get to see the kids or anything. And it's crazy watching them grow up. Like it is.
Yeah.
You say it and you live it when you go and you see your aunts and uncles and they're like, you've gotten so much taller. And you're like, okay, cool. But then when it just happens to you, like when your niece and your nephew just like the oldest niece, my sister's oldest child is turning 13. And it's just like, wow. Years fly by. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Just different perspectives.
Yeah, it is. It is weird.
But it was great. It was great to see everybody. We brought up.
It'd be really fun if you're like,
us.
I could relive that day over and over again. Like, no doubt in my mind.
See, and I can't because it's there are too many dependencies on that day. Because everybody's expecting you to go, and so you're just going to disappoint a bunch of people over and over and over again. See, that's Christmas and New Year's is awful. It's a stupid idea. It's a bad idea. I don't know why you chose that day. That being
you're
said,
gonna piss them off until the next day resets. That's it.
But it's still like it doesn't feel good because then you're
gonna get used to it if you've done.
And then you're gonna be a
again,
jerk. Like it's gonna. I don't know.
I'm already a jerk, so it's fine.
That's a good point. Family's used to it. But no, we took Ollie up. He did a great job with the family and the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his kind of first time doing something like that, and he did awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great pup.
Good.
And then we drove down, and then today, it snowed like 11 million inches in Nashville, which is crazy. Do you know how many inches that is?
Did you just tell me?
What is it?
Rewind.
How many is it? Do you remember?
Did you say 11?
Nope, I said 11 million.
Oh, 11 million.
Listen more. But no, it snowed a whole bunch here today, and that's it. It just snowed a lot.
And that's why you've got your sweater on.
That's why I got my sweater on. No, I got my sweater on because I was just feeling festive for today. We didn't get like a Christmas episode in or anything like that, or a New Year's episode in, and so I figured I had to at least be festive on the tail end or the beginning of something. So
yeah,
I got my Blue Origin sweater on.
Nerd.
I'm a nerd.
That's actually kind of a cool sweater. Yeah. If the price is correct, then I feel
the price is right. The price of the sweater is right.
$75 for that.
Hey,
rough.
Somebody's got to get Bezos to space, not on his own dime. So, actually, I guess indirectly it is. However,
way to keep me in suspense.
Yeah, let's just sit here. However, I have recently been made very, very sad.
Oh.
And it's not actually due to the next bullet in here that says Betty White died, although that is sad.
Yeah.
What's more sad, believe it or not, I did a poll and everybody said it was more sad, Actually, no. If I did that poll, no one would say that's sad. Everybody would be totally fine with it. But we don't work together anymore. Will?
I know. Thank God. Whew. About time.
This is my only mechanism to see you and
I
talk
know.
to you.
That's good.
And
for
nobody
me.
likes it, and it'll die probably by the end of February. But
Well, that's gonna make our predictions a little awkward then when we get there.
we got to start making like year-to-year predictions, and we do this like once a year.
Just did you read ahead or like what's going on?
What are you talking about?
maybe don't read ahead on the outline that I have.
Sorry for wanting to be prepared for our podcast.
We don't work together. My last day was 2 weeks ago now. Is that
December
right?
23rd.
Holy. Yeah, 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks ago from today. Yeah, that's right. And I still got another couple weeks to go before I start my new gig. And it's like 3 weeks to go, actually.
Yep.
It's like 2.5 weeks. But yeah, no, it is sad. But man, I tell you, not working for a month, best thing ever. I highly recommend it.
You say that now, and then you're going to go back and you're going to say, oh my God, I wish I just stayed in the groove of things. I hate that I spent a month off and now I'm miserable.
No.
That's exactly what's going to happen. I mean, it's fine. We'll come back here in a month and we'll chat about it.
I can guarantee that will not be the case. I could do nothing for a long time.
No, I know. You're going to be upset that you had to start back up.
Oh, yes, that's
I could
true.
do nothing for a long time. Somebody snip that.
I could do nothing for a very long time. And we will talk about all of the shows and stuff all of the nothing that I've done since I've been off work. Yeah, no, that part's been nice. It's just nice not having to wake up to an alarm, like that's great. And not having to do something.
I'm jealous. So you haven't set any sort of alarms, boundaries, goals, or anything? I mean, we'll probably talk about New Year's goals and stuff, but you just it is just I am lazy.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I respect it.
I mean, it's been great. I mean, my first week off was I wouldn't call that a lazy week because we did a bunch of Christmas stuff. So it was legitimately, I think, 6 straight days of like either going somewhere, cooking food for something. Like that was a little bit different. The last week or so has been like basically just wake up and do whatever the heck I want all day, and it's great.
Yeah. I am jealous. I will say though that if I had a month off, I would 100% be like going on vacation and stuff. I don't know how. I know that's not your thing.
Yeah, I have one vacation that I still want to take when we go to Texas, but like it got delayed. It probably won't happen this month. It'll probably have to happen next month now.
Is that family stuff?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm talking like
You're talking like go on a cruise.
Yeah. You want
go
to?
Belize. No.
We can book it on here if you want.
I'm not going on it.
Are you sure?
I have zero interest. Yeah.
How about if someone comments in the chat in the next like 60 seconds? Just if anybody does. That's not us. It's not me and it's not you. Anybody comments in the Twitch chat in the next 60 seconds, you will go on a cruise with me and I'll pay for it. You just got to pay for your flights.
I will
by the end of your vacation.
I will agree to that.
Let's go. You just said I'll agree to that, and then we got a message.
But you have to let me finish my circumstance.
No, it already
happened. Circumstance that the timer started 2 minutes ago.
No, that's not. You already agreed. I'm gonna cut that, and I don't know who this random viewer called the Disney Cowgirl. Wasn't tracking that at all.
Totally random.
Totally random. Just happened to message in there. Man, she wants you out of the house.
That's wild.
You're going. It's booked. It's happening.
We'll push that to a later segment.
What does that mean?
You know exactly what it means.
I honestly have no idea what that means.
Exactly. Let's talk about Betty White.
No.
Just
Just move on to the
Betty
movies.
White. You wrote in here conspiracy.
That was me trying to like plant a seed for you to just be like, for that to like lead to conspiracy. But now that you just referenced it and it's written, you know what's sad? The saddest part about the whole thing
is that she didn't turn 100.
Is that she didn't turn what'd you call it? 100? She didn't turn 100.
Sure.
Yeah. She didn't turn 100.
9 days? No, not 9 days. We're 11 days away from her 100th birthday right now.
100th.
But she died like a week ago.
That's officially sadder than her not being 100 is your pronunciation of it.
Is it?
No.
Both.
It's just a weird ending to 2021.
Yeah. But, she lived a hell of a life.
Oh, absolutely. She's a wonderful, wonderful individual. She did a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. She never had to fly in a rocket, but so yeah, the episode's dedicated to Betty White. Thanks, Betty, for everything you did. You will always be the golden girl of our heart.
Betty White.
That was good.
That was a real moment of silence. Okay.
All right. I'm going to tell you what I've done with my time off. And it's been mostly
I don't want you
Netflix.
to talk about movies and shows on Netflix.
Okay, good.
Tell me everything else you've done with your time off.
When we talked the last time, I want to say you were upset that I didn't have Netflix because you thought it was like a waste of money that I would.
No,
or not a waste.
No,
but
you are wrong.
It's because I bought Steelbooks and you thought it was weird that I
You're
didn't
wrong.
have Netflix.
You are wrong. Incorrect.
Okay.
I am upset that not that you don't. If you chose not to have a Netflix subscription, totally fine. If you said nope, not for me. I was upset that you cycled through, that you literally every like X amount of months would decide to turn off or turn on your streaming service and cycle through different ones. Is it genius? Probably. But it makes me mad that like you put that much care into $8 a month and turning it off and on so you can save an extra $30 by the end of the year or something stupid like that.
It's way more than $30.
Okay, $34.
It's however many months that you don't have it, which in my case it was 8 months. And I don't know what
Times
kind of
like
Netflix
10.
do you have.
You save $80 over a year. $80 over a year.
That's for just one service though. Like we're talking also for Hulu. Like that's turned off right now, and that was costing $70 a month for the Hulu Live for a couple months. So
why would you pay that much?
We had it for when we were watching like football and the NFR. Actually, that's not even what it was. It wasn't even
pronounced
for the
NFL. Will.
God, your pronunciations are weird.
It's so weird. We're watching the NFL. Stupid.
I lied. That's not even why we have Hulu Live. We had it for, I think it's just for NFL, but we only did that for a couple months. So if we just left that on all the time, then that would be $700 because that would be, 70 times the other 10 months that we didn't have it.
10 months in a year. That's correct.
Yeah. No, I'm saying we only have it for 2 months a year. So it would be instead of 800 and
that I agree.
Whatever it is.
That 100%. But if we're talking $10 a month,
Netflix is the same.
Netflix, no, it's not. It's not the same.
Why?
It's not the
why
same.
would I have a $14
times
month
less.
subscription that I'm not using?
You could use it. Who said that you wouldn't? You are. You obviously are. You have a list of 14 things that you've watched.
Because I've turned it on and after shutting off Hulu.
Go on. I know I'm not wrong here.
It's hundred. I know you are wrong. It's hundreds of dollars I'm saving.
Cool. You can save one sweatshirt. You can get one ugly sweater at the end of the year. Good job, Will.
We will do a comparison of who spends more money on subscription services.
It's not about no, we won't. It's not about more money on subscription. It's about the genuine impact and the things that you're depriving yourself. See, she even Disney Cowgirl says you're wrong. So go ahead.
Way to specify the who you is in that.
I know. Like she didn't think that we would be able to take that either way.
So since Netflix is now back in my life, I got to catch up on all the great things I've heard about over the year. The biggest one being Squid Game. I did get to watch that. It was okay. It was good. I thought it was a little on the slow side. I definitely liked it as a whole, though. Yeah, I thought the first 2 to 3 episodes were a little slow.
That's the whole
You
thing.
don't
That's
think
like
so?
the build up because you don't really know what the hell's going on, or at least you shouldn't.
Yeah,
I know
no.
that you did because
I didn't
you're
actually.
you.
I mean, I had an okay idea. I didn't really know the specifics of it though.
Yeah, if you had no idea
Um,
going into it, then
I didn't know
She
a
can
lot.
invest it.
It was way different than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be more game show style,
okay.
but it wasn't. It was like an actual, like narrative drama show. It was good. I enjoyed it. I don't think I liked it as much as the rest of the world did. I thought it was a good show though. I thought it was interesting to watch. I watched it in about 2 days, I think.
That's the same thing that Game of Thrones was. I know you don't like or never watched Game of Thrones, but similar idea. First like 4 episodes of season 1, which are like an hour long each. You're like, okay, and then they hit you with like, hey, this world is different than the regular world.
Yeah.
And it's not what you've been expecting this entire time you've been watching this. And that's what hooks you in. So, I don't know. There's something to be said about shows where the first episode or first couple episodes are like slow and then they get really good. I almost prefer that in a weird way. And I understand that, if you're writing a pilot for a new season, you want to hook people in from the get-go. So don't get me wrong. Like I get that that's like a good thing early on, but if you like over the course of a season, you make people think something is the way that it is, and then you completely and totally change it in the last episode or last 2 episodes, that makes the rest of the things that have been kind of confusing you make sense. Like I like that. I think it's cool.
Yeah. No, I think it just, and some do it better than others. I think Breaking Bad did a lot of that. There's an argument to be made that their first couple episodes were on the slower side too. But I know that like Lost does a lot. They did a lot of that on their first episode. Although they also had like one of the most watched like season openers of all time too. But yeah, no, like it was good. Like I think I think it's hard to get around that. I think like books are the same way of like you have to establish the world that you're in. You have to establish a lot of things like the characters and all that crap. So it's difficult to do a non-slow version of a first episode. Although so I've watched Ozark before, but I'm rewatching that now, and that one like starts off pretty fast, at least in my opinion. It does. Yeah.
And then we stopped watching
show.
it like a few episodes in. Not a few, but like a season in.
Yeah.
We just kind of,
it's a good one.
It's same thing over and over again.
Worth finishing it. It is worth finishing it. Speaking of worth, there's a movie called Worth on Netflix. That movie is about people doing like the insurance claims and whatnot for 9/11. It was based on a true story. It was a pretty interesting one. Another one based on a real story is Hillbilly Elegy, which was actually a really good movie. Like the acting was fantastic in it. It's got Meryl Streep and Amy Adams and a couple other folks in that one. A great like underdog style movie if you're into that. That one's also definitely a drama.
So like Remember the Titans?
I would say darker than Remember the Titans, but in a similar vein, based on a true story. And yeah, that's an underdog story, I guess. So sure, I'll give you that one.
The Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks is, oh man, those are great.
That's a good one.
Have you seen the new Mighty Ducks show? It's really bad.
Is it? I can imagine.
It's really stupid. Oh, it's terrible. So anyways, I watched that. I watched like 4 or 5 seasons of New Girl.
4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
You left like 2 weeks ago.
I know, and it's really only in like 1 week too. When you think about it, because I was gone like the first.
Like, do your legs work? Like, can you stand up and walk around?
Yeah,
like,
I tried them out today. They still work.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw Venom 2, which was really bad.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, Venom 2 Electric Boogaloo. That was a steelbook that I got. I got 3 steelbooks for Christmas. That was one of them. I got the new James Bond. Have you seen the new James Bond movie?
Not the newest one. That's already out on whatever platform. Mm-hmm. I do. That's like the final one of what's his face, right? Actually, did we just watch that? Is that the one we just watched, Tori?
It was good. It's the one I'm trying to describe it. They're all the same movie, so it's hard to just say like, oh, it's the one that has James Bond.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was good though. It was worth it. I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, but
No Time to Die.
Then No Time to Die, and that's it. It was that was pretty solid.
That made us watch Casino Royale again.
I love which is easily the best James Bond. Yeah, that was like my favorite out of any. I'm not a huge James Bond fan, but I do like Daniel Craig a lot. Yeah, so
he was good.
Yeah. Did you get to see the new Spider-Man movie yet? The one that's
streaming?
Sweeping the nation? No.
Then no.
You'd have to go.
You know what else is sweeping the nation?
Spider-Man 3.
Electric Boogaloo. Go ahead.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Everybody's talking about it. I will see it. I 100% will.
Yeah. That's another one. I can't spoil any. And then I've watched a lot of stand-up comedy on Netflix, and most of it's also ones that I've already seen, but I just like it. Jim Gaffigan, I hadn't seen his newest one. He's good. I watched the Dave Chappelle, and then I watched Nate Bargatze, the guy from Tennessee. I don't know if you've watched him before. He's pretty good. And then I watched Dimitri Martin. That was one I'd seen before as well. But
nice.
A lot of stuff. I'm caught up on Netflix pretty much at this point.
You love to see
it. So the only one I haven't seen is You, which is the one I probably still won't watch because I tried it and I hated it.
You tried it and you hated it? That's another one. That's another one where like 4 episodes in is when it like you got to just wait. Just watch the season. Watch the whole season.
Yeah.
And then it gets good. You're just not patient. You scroll TikTok too much, you know? You just need the
You're describing yourself right now.
No,
I'm the exact opposite. When I watch something, I very rarely do other things. Like I almost always watch, because I just like want to watch it for what it is, like how it's intended to be watched. So
no, I'm more like that than you think I am, than you give me credit for.
Yeah,
I'm not. I try not to be distracted with really good stuff.
Yeah. Otherwise, what's the point? If I've seen it before, I'll do that. I'll have it on in the background.
What was the artsy funny one? You wouldn't like it because it's too liberal for you, but the God, what's the artsy funny? Yeah, what's his name? It was like made during the pandemic.
I tried watching it. Yeah, I hated it.
I knew it. I knew you would hate that. I knew you would hate. Like it's just.
I loved his other special. It was just a little too depressing. Like I couldn't get into it for that reason. Like good on him for making it. It's called it's Bo Burnham. Called like Inside. And it's called Inside. Yeah, it was just way too depressing. I don't know. I got sad watching it, so I had to stop. I was like, I didn't really want to kill myself tonight. So his previous special was great.
God, how did I know that? Damn.
Yeah, it was. I mean, good on, like I said, good on him for making it. Like it was probably nice and cathartic for him and everything. But it just was not for me.
I'm with you. Like we didn't watch the whole thing. I think I'm kind of in the middle. I know that it had a ton of raving reviews, and I get it. Like we're all depressed and yada yada yada. Artistically, it was amazing.
Yeah, sure.
Visually, very stunning, and it was very clever. And there was definitely a lot of really interesting, meticulous placement of things and what he did, and like the fact that he did it alone is what makes it kind of like a really cool artistic expression of something. I agree with you that
I had going for it. Like that was about all I had going for it for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I am,
and I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was groundbreaking, though, in terms of visuals or anything. I think it was very impressive that he did it all himself. That's an exceptionally difficult task to do. And that was what was cool about it. It was something that didn't really resonate with me a whole lot in terms of content / I didn't think it was very groundbreaking. And it was very depressing. That was really the only thing that was like the main takeaway that I had. I was like, I don't need to. I just got too sad watching it, so
I'm with you.
And so I watched Ozark instead, which is notoriously super.
Yeah, Squid Game, super
happy and upbeat.
There's nothing
Squid
depressing
Game-
about Squid Game.
The Squid Game was the upbeat music was what got me. Like there was a lot of like that was just that to me was almost groundbreaking in terms of like I loved how colorful everything was, and then it was just this horrible,
Just
like
absolutely awful.
yeah, like that was so neat. Like that was like such a cool thing to do. And it's not like I'm sure I've seen it in other forms, but that was what really stood out to me was like everything's really colorful. Everybody's wearing pink with these little shapes, and yeah, it's just what a that's what that show had going for it. The visuals on that were pretty awesome. But
I agree.
One
thing
I got a lot more. Yeah,
I know.
hit me.
Can we talk about any New Year's resolutions? Did you have any?
Yeah, we'll get there. Jeez, just wait.
No. I'm literally looking through the. Oh, JK, it's a huge bold thing.
Yeah.
I skipped that. I skipped through the big titles.
Yeah,
I apologize.
it's okay.
Sorry for skipping ahead.
Let's just do it now. No, I'm just kidding. There's one that I'm sure you saw that felt like one that you would have brought to the table. And this is the color changing BMW. Did you see this?
I have not. Is it like LED?
Man. Click on the link that I plugged in there. So this I'll give some context and you can correct me where I'm wrong. You had an idea
Wrong.
years ago that you wanted to create bumper stickers that you could change based on like the kind of the same technology. I forget what it's called. The technology that they use for like the Kindles, the e-ink.
That's correct.
So what
Wait a
BMW
second.
has done is an e-ink color
Are you
changing.
kidding me?
The whole body of a car, not bumper stickers, but the whole body of the car.
I shit you not. That is my idea, and it was taken from me. I had that idea in 2011. Will e-ink was brand new. Sony had just invented it. This was before Kindles. I'm so mad. And everybody told me it wouldn't work. Everybody told me nobody would ever do that. Nobody would put e-ink on their car. Nobody would ever use anything like that
as a bumper
to display
sticker.
anything.
This is very different.
No, it's not. It's the same idea. It's the same freaking idea.
Similar.
You can make your car look like anything that you want, and you can redisplay whatever you want rather than a specific little image on the back of your car for a bumper sticker. I am so mad. I want to share this with every single person who told me I was an idiot for this idea. God. Sorry. This is news to me, and this is my genuine reaction. I shouldn't get angry about it. I should be happy that something I thought of a long time ago is officially coming to fruition.
Yeah, I will still say that this is a bit different than this has a more practical use to me than a bumper sticker, than like a small square. Like that was originally what you had pitched though, right? Is like that you could change your bumper sticker to be whatever advertisers would use it. Yeah, all that good stuff. And it makes sense, but this is where like you can change your whole car color essentially. And I think it's all grayscale from what I can tell.
It's got to be grayscale. E-ink is a binary system of just flipping things because it's very, very, very limited cost electricity wise, because all you're doing is flipping the state of what is effectively just a pixel to make it show white or black. Yeah.
And
it doesn't. Like the only energy cost is to actually flip it. There's no energy cost to like keep it displaying. And the secondary benefit and why it works on cars is that it's not like casting a light. Like it's not, you're not pushing light out, which is illegal on cars. Like you don't want things that generate extra light that aren't your brakes or that aren't your headlights. That's against the law. But things that actually just use the reflection of things to show their color is a preferred, or is a method that is legal. And that's why e-ink is a perfect application in vehicles. Man, sorry. Go ahead. They owe me money. Like I'm literally I'm calling the patent office.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like different uses for it. There's some challenges that I think it presents, which is like, what do you register your car now? Do you just register it as color changing, which is cool. That would be just neat to be the first one to have to like not be able to select it. But this is like what you would see out of like a spy movie or something, you know, like somebody that could just change the color of their car on a whim. So that's kind of awesome.
This is pretty smart. On hot days, you could flip it to white to reflect energy away. And on cold days, you flip it to black to absorb.
Yeah, genius, right? So BMW
I wasn't thinking about that when I did the bumper sticker idea. But I don't know why they haven't tried to implement that. Like, just make the like now you can design it whatever you want. Now you have a new company. You want to put this time last week on the side of your BMW. All right, here, model it out. We'll give you the CAD drawing or whatever kind of drawing or some kind of software that allows you to control exactly what's on the vehicle. Like, that's a really cool idea too.
It's just a matter of time. Like that to me is like one of the downfalls. Is like not a downfall, but like it's going to end up being just like a
driving
advertising platform.
100%.
Which is, and not that that's a big deal. Like if somebody wants to do that, like by all means, it'll make the landscape of vehicles look different. But with that all said, I think it's neat.
I mean, you were in Vegas. Cool. That was like half of every vehicle that drove on the strip.
Yeah. And they were just carrying like a bit of a flat screen so you could see it on both sides.
There are trucks that's all they do. They don't care. They don't haul anything. It's just... I am a driving advertisement. I go up and down the street all day so that you show up at our strip club and while you're having a good time. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's done. And you didn't get any money for it. So I'm glad that
I do in a weird way. It's like cathartically like vindicating. Like it's like every single person I've told that idea to has told me that it's the dumbest thing they've ever heard of.
Yeah. I mean, you told me. I didn't say it was the dumbest thing I ever heard of, but I
said
thought
it was the third dumbest.
Yeah, I said it was the third dumbest thing I'd ever heard of. I didn't think it had a practicality to it, and I think this as a primary color for your car,
BMW's implementation is way smarter than Josh's. I get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
I really do not like you.
That's pretty neat, though. So
thanks for finding that.
Add that to the list of add that to your next vehicle, I guess. Yeah, like you're still in the market for a Cybertruck. Like I think that's a feature you need to have on your next vehicle.
Well, you can wrap the Cybertruck, and maybe there will be a e-ink based wrap that's a little bit thicker that just like plugs in.
Perhaps.
If there's a car that they would do that on, it would probably be the Cybertruck.
Yeah. Especially because everything's flat, you know.
Yeah.
Cybertruck.
That makes it very easy to wrap as well. That's one of the benefits.
Yeah.
You can't paint it. You can't paint stainless steel.
I mean, you could. It just won't do anything.
Sure.
It's not like when you get up there with spray paint that like your finger ceases to work.
No, the spray paint just goes through the stainless steel. It goes onto the parts on the inside.
Got it.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
I learned something too today, so that's good.
It's not true. So passionate. Thank you.
So the rest of my time that I've been spending off has been on the Nextdoor Neighbor app.
I am so mad about the e-ink shit. Like, it makes me so angry. I'm gonna be thinking about that like for the next I'm already thinking about the people that I'm going to message this article to. Sorry.
Just link up to the podcast, and then they can see your actual reaction to it too.
Just gonna flip off the camera. I won't do that. I'm not ready for that yet. Go ahead.
Let's talk about Nextdoor Neighbor app. I think it's an app.
Let's talk about Nextdoor Neighbor app.
Let's talk about my Nextdoor neighbor. Her name is Janine. She's 87 years old. Rockin' bod. No. Anyway. Have you used Nextdoor Neighbor before? I don't know if it's called
Nextdoor.
It's just called Nextdoor.
I don't even use it, and I know that it's called just Nextdoor.
I started it earlier this year when we had our family dog go missing, and so but I recently switched it over to like my neighborhood. And I was looking through it the other day, and there's some really good, just some great snips that I have. This is something you could kind of like tag to the old what was our segment, the small town news story style things. So if you could pick it up, I'm going to show you a couple entries that I had that were from around me. We've had a bunch of snow as well as you, and
Yes.
they didn't pick our trash up. So this is basically somebody around here losing it that they're not picking up our trash.
Who's LeMay?
LeMay is the company that picks our trash up.
Got it.
So yeah, basically they complain about how, everybody's back to work, back to school. What's going on, and do our bills go down this month? The only reason I thought this one was funny was because of the guy that responded. The very first response, he got her super good, and he said, "Quick talk and trash." And that was like the very first response on there, and then there's like 50. It says there's 53 other comments on there as well.
I'm upset that it doesn't say that you liked it. Like, I'm upset that it doesn't say like unlike here. You're just an observer. You're not contributing.
I never contribute.
I know. I could totally. The whole point of the application is so that you contribute.
Well, sort of. It's like I would contribute if I had something to contribute. I'm not gonna just. Most people are on there just giving their political opinions and how upset they are with things, and I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
So that one was kind of funny. I just thought it was funny that he got her good, and he's like, "Quit talking trash."
Also, those vehicles are incredibly heavy. If they were to lose control on what I assume are very steep environments over near where you live, it would be absolutely horrendously devastating. Not to mention that, when they come and pick it up, is it just one person with like an arm that picks up the trash can, or are there people in the back like loading it up?
No, it's the arm.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, what about the safety of the people who have to walk outside the truck and it's like
screw them? Yeah, screw them.
Well,
their job is trash.
Quit talking trash. You look like a jerk. Okay, I just want you to know that.
Good.
Next one.
The next one I thought this one was a little funnier. This is somebody that just came into the neighborhood. He
go-getter.
He's a go-getter. He says, "Hey, South so-and-so, a little bit about me. I'm a go-getter, union worker, fixer-upper, and DIYer.
It's just DIYer.
DIYer. Let alone I do finish carpentry work on the side to keep me moving and grooving, just to keep me busy and on my feet." This is where it gets funny. Side note, I'm a husband, father of 3 chitlins, and then he specifies kids. I don't know why he felt the
In case you weren't aware what a chitlin is, you thought it was like the little gum thing that you get from the you put the quarter in and you turn the thing. You thought those were chitlins? No, those are children. Go ahead.
It's just funny to me because like he wrote chitlins, then he's like, you know what? Some people probably don't know that means kids. So rather than backspacing and just writing kids or children, he just wrote, you know what? I can't backspace. I'm going to just write kids in parentheses in case they don't know.
Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, it's not even like a word. I've never heard of that. Like, if it was like,
I've definitely heard of chitlins before.
Really?
Yeah, in reference to like
it was like kids, kiddos or like youngins.
Yeah, no. Chitlins it's a legit one. I've heard it. I just found it very funny that like
he needed to specify.
He specified it, but kept chitlins in there. He's just like, oh, my backspace doesn't work. I can't undo anything. Anyway, and then it continues, which is also great. So husband, father, 3 chitlins, dog owner, and part-time cat guy.
Part-time. We can't do that full-time.
Like, what is that even? What does part-time cat
it's,
guy mean?
4 hours a day. That's it. Then you put the cat outside.
But it's not even like part-time cat owner. It's part-time cat guy.
Oh, ooh, that's a good point.
What is a cat guy? I mean, he's like part of the day he's like, I love cats, and then the other part of the day he's like, God, I hate cats.
Oh, see, I take it as like he's actually dressing up as a cat, like
half cat. Yes. Maybe that's what it means. I don't know. I thought it was really funny though.
There's a Duty Doers video out there or something like that, but
it has to be. So anyway, then he continues on. So besides all that, if you have any side projects or ideas or something you need for your home repairs, or
What is
just
he
moving
besides?
stuff and
Besides all
things-
that, besides the fact that I'm a husband, father of 3
Besides
chitlins,
that I'm part-time
dog
cat
owner,
guy.
and I'm part-time a cat.
he wants to help his community.
Moving stuff
Moving
and things.
stuff and things. Let me know, and don't be afraid to ask me anything, even if it sounds dumb. Have a blessed day.
I like the face palm. Like, even if it sounds dumb, you idiot. I like have a blessed day. Is like, yo, let's have a blessed day, bro. Surf's
Oh
up.
my God, it's so great. And surprisingly, he got a response from M, who is a woman, and she said, "Have you?" She starts off with question marks. Have you
Why
ever
do people
worked on a wooden canoe?
Actually, I think isn't that Spanish, right? Where they do a question mark at the beginning and at the end of a.
It's an upside down one, though.
Yeah. But maybe like
So-
double that's like the interpretive one for like keyboards that aren't like
Maybe.
Spanish oriented keyboards.
I feel like
I'm assuming,
a
positive
brief
intent.
Google search.
I'm assuming.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can assume that.
Go
ahead. But the canoe story is great. Have you ever worked on a wooden canoe? My son took my husband's brand new wooden canoe and put it on top of his car without securing it properly and went on the freeway.
Genius.
It's cracked down the middle, and in the front there's damage. Any chance you could fix it, or know anyone that could? Like, there's a lot to unpack there, but
I like
brand new wooden canoe.
Yeah. I like that it's her son took the husband's brand new wooden canoe. It's fine. Just put it right up on the Honda Civic. It's okay.
Yeah, we don't need to secure
Is
it.
that a child's bungee cord? Should be fine. No big deal. Let's get on the freeway. Let's go.
It's the perfect first project for this guy to
I like
work
and
on,
how
like,
it's so
based on
casual. He's like,
everything.
oh yeah, that time when I was a part-time cat guy, yeah, fixing wooden canoes all the time. It's totally in my wheelhouse. I'm here to move and groove, baby. Let's go.
Oh man, it's just perfect,
Just send me the face of damage. I like the 2 shocked faces. I like the
Yeah.
different. I like that they went like Facebook style with different reaction types.
I assume that's the son reacting.
Yeah, like
to the- to
you're
his-
telling
to
my
the mom's
story,
post.
Mom.
Yeah.
You know how embarrassing that is for me.
I have to guess that's what happened. And then the other one was probably somebody that saw the canoe on the freeway.
Why does everybody's name start with M?
Yeah,
That's
that's,
what I
how it is here.
Okay, just a bunch of M's.
My full name is Mill.
Mill Mulborn.
Yeah, that's my name.
Got it.
I know. I almost thought about changing it for this because I was just, blocking out the rest of the names. But anyway, I thought it was very funny, and I want to give this guy. I feel like we should give this guy a project. Like I should find a project around my house and see if he'll help me with it.
You got cat related projects? You got like you're gonna build a little tower for a cat?
Part-time. Yeah. Are you a part-time cat guy? I need somebody to go to a birthday party.
You should ask them to do. Have you seen homes that have the? It's effectively it's kind of like little hamster playground things that are just inside of a glass, not an aquarium, but what like the little glass where kind of like where a lizard would be, but you put like a bunch of like hamster little like
terrarium.
That might be the right word. Yeah, that sounds right. But they're like little tubes for like hamsters and stuff.
Yeah.
There are people who in their home put like holes through the wall and do everything and like make a route for their cat. Like they're so obsessed with their cats, which is whatever, it's fine, to each their own. But they put like these huge tubes around their home that are like clear, so the cat has
the walls.
And like they have like little outdoor like patio, like but it's like a small little thing.
Patios.
Yeah,
I've seen
catios.
them.
They go outside and then the cat can come in and just hang out there. But they like put them high enough on the house.
I've seen the catios.
Do you think this guy's really good at that? Is kind of what I'm getting at, because I need some help with that. There's a hole in the wall on our second floor, and I don't know what to do with it. So
I think that's exactly what you need.
yeah, she's like, hey man, how many catios have you built in your part-time role as a part-time cat guy?
Part-time cat guy. I want to put that on my resume. Yeah, part-time cat guy. I just want somebody to figure out what that means, because I have no idea what it means still.
Whew.
That was pretty much it though, and I thought that one was pretty funny.
You love to see it. That was good. I want more of those.
Yeah, I'll keep scouring. Honestly, on Next Door Neighbor app, I'm calling it that now because you don't like it. You don't have to scroll that far down to get weird stuff on there because it's just people that are bored, like just bored people.
I do the Ring neighborhood, which was very popular in Phoenix when I lived there. Nobody uses it here. I only get like winter weather alerts and stuff like that. So maybe I got to check out the Next Door Neighbor application platform.
Yeah, NNA.
P.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. Nap.
Yeah. Nap.
Okay. Top 3 gifts for Christmas.
Top 3 gifts. I want to know what you got for Christmas. Your top 3 favorite things that you got.
I'll start with number 3.
Oh.
Yeah, you go first.
Oh. I'm going to go with the Shang-Chi Steelbook.
Okay. Shang-Chi? Is that like Shin Lim?
No, not like Shin Lim. This is one of the Marvel movies. Very difficult steelbook to find.
Yeah. A bunch of card tricks.
And I got it.
That's the whole thing.
And a bunch of card tricks.
Yep.
I'll go with that as my third.
Okay. I'm going to go with my work Secret Santa gift. Do you remember what it was?
Which was a coffee mug?
Yeah. What did it say? What kind of coffee mug?
It was a pie. It was or some stupid formula. I think it was a pie.
Really
mug.
dumb. Super dumb. It was square root of -1, 2 cubed.
Yeah.
The summation symbol, just like the E, and then pi. And I'll let you figure out the rest.
It was like I ate pie or something like that.
I ate some pie.
I ate some pie. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And you got like a little.
I drank coffee out of that today.
Nice.
And a little coffee.
But you
warmer.
Also got like a little a warmer. That's what it was. Yeah. My second gift is probably. Oh man, there's a couple of good ones. I'm gonna go with I got like this Brad Naylor gun.
Okay.
And it goes with like the series of tools that I already have, and I got like a battery that like a thicker battery that goes with that one as well.
Ooh, you
I'm pretty excited about that
batteries.
One. Oh yeah.
Mine's air pressure one.
Oh, the
next to a little pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those ones are those are great. And they're probably better, like in terms of
pain in the ass to set up.
Exactly. It's just a pain to set up. That's all.
I agree. My number 2, Tori got me and her tickets to a concert. I think it's this month. I think it's the end of the month. It might be February. Can't remember. But to Bryce Vine, who's an artist that we recently kind of picked up on. You wouldn't like him. He's too millennial for you. Like the Bo Burnham of artists. But yeah, it's exciting. It's a cool artist.
Nice.
Yeah, super excited to go to that concert. It's kind of the genre that's catching on. That's this like hip hop / rap genre, but it's like kind of nostalgic. It's definitely just for 90s kids for sure. Like it's definitely just like millennial style music. Super narcissistic individuals just like talking about how cool they are.
You'll love it then.
Yeah, it's right up my alley, dude.
Nice.
It's good. It's got a good song. It's called Sour Patch Kids. It's probably his most popular song.
Oh, all the other kids
with
get
the Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah. It's good. I hate you. What's your next one?
My final gift was a gift from Taryn, and it was in my stocking, and it was a $10 scratch card that won $200 on it.
Wow.
Yeah, most I've ever won on a scratch card.
All right. You ready for my final one? That's worth way more than $200. Like way more. Like you're gonna get upset at how much more it's worth than your gift.
I'll get upset if it's like I got a $20 gift or $20 scratch card and it won me $400. So like, dang it.
It's better than that.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm gonna pull it up. I got a gift from my niece that was a poem, and it's like my favorite gift ever because it encapsulates my entire personality in about 12 lines. So that's how complicated I am.
Ollie Amazon space.
I want you to read it out loud, Will.
Oh, wow. You have a dog. Look, he's funny and cute. Little city.
Little Ollie.
A little Ollie can sleep like a log, yet he really likes fruit. Does he like fruit?
Mm-hmm. He does. He actually does. He does like fruit.
Huh. Don't give him grapes. I've heard that kills dogs immediately.
Yeah, 10 grapes a day. Go ahead.
Good. Amazon delivers things more than any other. Actually sending real life things, zipping from one home to another. Opening boxes the postman brings. Now people say don't bother. That doesn't rhyme.
Okay.
Your niece is dumb.
Another bother. Be nice.
Space is studied with tools. Picture those planets galore. A place that truly rules, capturing minds that adore. Every bit is cool. And then an arrow that looks like she didn't get clearance from Amazon to be able to use that logo. I'm gonna guess.
She did.
That's very nice of her.
This is amazing. I loved it so much. Like the fact I couldn't even come close to even anywhere coming up with something that with the first letter of each of these articulates a poem that I know like the one line didn't like rhyme perfectly or whatever, but I challenge you to come even close.
I know she sucks at rhyming.
That's not true. I challenge you to come even close to doing something along these lines.
Well, that's exactly what we're doing this time next week.
Right.
You just came up with
Let's do it. I want a poem that's this time last week, and I want the full poem that's the first letter from this time last week. And I want you to do it, and I want it to rhyme better than this. It will not. I guarantee it. It won't.
It will.
No.
It's going to be great.
And again,
I can't wait.
Literally 12 years old and writes books.
Yep. And
not
I'm going to kick her ass.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
This is a very nice gift.
Run circles around you. No questions asked.
I'm going to run squares. It's going to be great.
Super competitive. We played like a few like card games and like Scrabble type games. It's just on another level. Like on an absolutely other level of I don't know, those types of games, strategic type games for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like she sounds like there was a lot of effort put into it. The artistic ability was there.
100%.
Ability to rhyme, the ability to rhyme just wasn't quite there for me.
I hate you. You watched that episode of Impractical Jokers where they, I think it's like a punishment where Sal has to go up to the judging thing. And he's a judge for a kid's talent show.
Oh god, I love that
an asshole the whole time.
Yeah, he's like,
but there's like one where it's like I ordered chicken wings like an hour ago and they still haven't shown up.
And it just keeps referencing to that.
And the kid is like doing the performance. He's like, "Where are my chicken wings?" It's just
it's so great.
I hate to like steal their humor just to make this show funny, but that's a great one.
That was a great one.
And you sounded exactly like an asshole judge for a kid's talent show.
Yeah, it was a great poem. That was a great gift.
It was number one for sure.
Yeah,
I love genuine, like personal, heartfelt things. I think they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Now, again, I don't think she got the clearance from Amazon to be able to use their name in the poem, so I would be concerned about that aspect. But
we're not trying to make any money here from anything, so it doesn't matter. I think it's cute. Damn it.
It was very nice. I want to hear you do an impression of Super Mario ordering a grilled cheese sandwich. Sorry, I was just going to the next section.
Okay, it's Mia. I would like a grilled cheese sandwich.
That was very good. Let's go to your hypothetical.
All right, hypothetical. Okay, so my hypothetical is you don't ever feel bloated or have any gastrointestinal problems ever again. You never have diarrhea. You could drink a full soda just you could down it and you don't burp. You don't have any problems at all. Nothing. Why were you laughing?
It just started off. You don't have diarrhea. You don't have like what in the world?
You
is
could
this
drink and eat
hypothetical?
whatever you want. Oh, do you have problems with that in any capacity?
Not really. Like every now and again, sure, but so no gas ever. What's the catch though?
You have to drink 2 cups of apple cider vinegar twice a day for the rest of your life.
Oh no, I'm out already. That's
Yeah.
disgusting. No way. Have you had that? Like it's disgusting.
I hate it.
I can
so
barely do like
much.
a tablespoon of it.
I would do it.
Oh,
I would do it.
I don't have
It's
that.
clear you don't. Yeah, you
big of
don't
stomach
struggle with
issues.
stomach problems. But I mean, I don't
No,
really like
yeah.
struggle with them. But you know, I have a beer and it's just like I'm not comfortable 6 hours later, but I
Yeah.
get through it. But yeah, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar to never have gastrointestinal problems again. Like I could eat all the old sushi that I want.
I'm with spam a lot. Like
I am too, and I'm also curious why they're kinged on here. So I think that it might be someone I know who changed their username. I want to get rid of my diarrhea.
that's what I'm at.
Okay,
I'm gonna go out of
let
my
me
way.
let
to
me
do that.
personalize it as you can have whatever type of bowel movement that you're interested in
Oh,
going
okay.
forward.
I want to poop glitter.
Ah,
Does that count?
it does.
Well, I'm in. I'm
You
gonna
don't do that. You can just eat glitter. Will.
No,
So
I
no,
would not do that
that's a
because
no-go?
apple cider vinegar is disgusting.
It is the worst. People do
I
that.
could
People drink
barely
it.
I know. I've tried it. Like I said, I did like a tablespoon and it was horrible. I can't imagine doing 2 cups worth.
Yeah, maybe that
Ugh.
was too much. Twice a day.
Yeah,
Got it.
gross stuff.
I hope somebody's joining right now and looking at the chat.
All right, we're gonna go to the next week's predictions / next year. So first off, what we're setting up for next week now, which I didn't know, is writing a poem using this time last week as the
Yep.
as the
The
starting
first
for
letter
each
of
one.
each. Yeah.
and it has to be better than your niece's, which is gonna be super easy because hers didn't even rhyme. And so that's one.
Okay.
Are you doing this as well, or is it just me?
No, it's just you. It's just you. And if it's
Okay.
worse than her, like my poem is what she wrote. So
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to her as
Okay.
well. I want her to be
you're
able
not.
to judge it.
I
and see how
don't.
it-
I don't want her to catch wind of you being an asshole.
I think if we can get your whole family to vote on it too, that would be ideal.
Okay. Sure.
However, since it's the first episode of the year, let's go with this time next year challenge.
This time
as
next
well.
year.
This time next year challenge. So this is going to
Oh.
be a prediction of how many subscribers that we're going to have by this time next year. We have 15
This is
right
tough.
now. This is tough.
We have 15 right
I've
now.
I've got my number. I don't want to tell you what my number is until we both need to have our numbers because we don't want the other person to influence what our guess is, you know.
My problem is I think once we hit like 50, that's when we snowball because those 50 people are like, oh man, I got to tell all my friends and family about this hour and a half long thing that I listen to every week and really enjoy from some of my favorite people, most level-headed, fun, and interesting people ever. Oh God, that like hurts to say. Even as like a narcissist, it hurts.
I don't think 50 is enough to snowball anything. It's gonna take one.
I don't know.
It's gonna take
50
watching 1
snowballs
minute
could
of-
make one
you could get
big
rid of
ass
your
snowball.
Diarrhea. If you could get rid of your diarrhea, we're like, oh, you know what? I'm subscribed.
You know what?
Never
Let's double down.
mind. I have my number.
I have my number as well.
All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
67.
201. 201 versus 67. All right. Okay.
201?
Yeah. And
That's-
as per usual, we can't like go out of our way to influence that. Not that we would. It behooves us to probably get more anyway. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
care that
67
much
is how
about it.
many Gmail accounts I have. So that's.
So
the
you'll be
point.
able to control it.
Yep.
I say this is worth I think this should be worth like 10 points.
Okay.
You know, it's a 1 year long thing. So
yeah, 10 points. Do you think it should be worth 52 points?
No, I thought about like 12 points because of like one per month, but
yeah, because we do about
10.
an episode a month. That's honestly
that's about right.
Yeah. This time last month doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
Although it's not Taken. It's not the random band that performed 4 years ago that still supersedes our search results when you search this time last week.
Oh, yeah. Great band, by the way.
10 out of 10 band. Bad name, though. They could have thought of a way better
Terrible name. Yeah, awful name.
Sure. I would be like the E-Ink bumper stickers band.
Yeah. Big good band. All right.
I'm so upset.
Let's close this out. And instead of closing compliments, we're gonna do our closing New Year's resolutions.
This is gonna be our shortest episode yet, just so you know.
That's about on par with our last one.
An hour and 10 minutes? Last one was like 124.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah. Let's just sit back for 14 minutes and play music.
Yeah. Closing New Year's resolutions, though.
Yeah. You start.
Oh man, I have to start. Oh God. I want this to be. Oh man, that's a bad one. Because then, what if I change my mind?
Okay. My New Year's resolution is to never do this podcast again.
I was trying to decide which side I want to go on.
Okay.
Do I want
to commit myself to this, or do I not?
Yeah. I want to have done at the bare minimum like 15 episodes of this for the year.
Okay.
And
with
also
52 weeks, 15 is
and bring back Duty Doers.
15 is a low bar. I would do Duty Doers again. I would.
Yeah.
For those that aren't following or aren't familiar, this is a cool game show based on Taskmaster, which is a pretty cool YouTube channel-ish. I got kind of bored of it, and maybe other people got bored of ours, where we just judge and create tasks for others to complete. We'll decide to call it Duty Doers, and they're called duties. And I think that's the most off-putting thing about the whole entire thing, and I highly recommend that he renames it, but he is genuinely committed to calling it Duty Doers, and so I can't share it with my family because I'm not, like, I'm embarrassed to say that I'm part of a thing called Duty Doers. But yes, that hasn't gone through Will yet, but that's what it is.
Duty Doers is a great name. Great name.
I mean, it's funny, but then it's like, it's funny once you get it, once you get used to it. I remember when you first told me that, I was like, that's just, I don't know if I want to be a part of that, but
then you did.
And then I did, great. And it was fun, and it was good. And like, I like it now. And when I say Duty Doers, it doesn't mean what it used to, but I know that for people hearing it the first time, they go, ew, this guy talks about diarrhea on the podcast and then also talks about
also duty. There's some good stuff on there. If you look up Duty Doers YouTube channel, you'll find some. You get to see Josh make a chicken pot pie.
It's pretty good.
There's a video. Yeah, you can watch me sing the Happy Birthday song, a different version of it.
That one's a really good one.
You can see, there's just a lot of stuff. You see Josh do a drunk history thing as well. It's some good stuff. There's some good stuff.
What's the favorite video of all time?
Like the most viewed?
No. Like your favorite, not your own. I know Dorcas Hill is probably the best one out there. But your favorite one from anyone else out of all of them.
Taryn's April Fool's prank is up there.
Why don't I remember what that is?
She pranked her dad.
Oh, that's right. The chicken thing. Yeah.
So because they have chickens, and so he always goes every single day to get eggs to collect the eggs, and so she put like 40 eggs down there when normally he picks up like 8 eggs.
That's a good one. We got to get this started before April then.
Yeah,
I'm down. The only reason I'm not is because I have this camera set up perfectly for every single week.
So you have to take it off.
And I don't want to take it. I will literally buy a new camera before I move this and take it down.
I mean, you just need to get a second camera.
I know it's happening. Get a. Yeah. What's yours? What's the one you have? A7R3.
That sounds right.
Okay, I'll get the 4.
The A7 Mark III. Yeah.
I love it.
What's your resolution?
So I've got a couple. Tori and I deleted Facebook and Instagram.
Nice.
We're gonna just cut that off for at least a month and then see how it goes. It's been healthy so far, I guess, but I've been checking my email very, very often. But it's good to do.
Because people just message you there now?
No, because I'm just so used to opening my phone and pressing the buttons there that the next button I press is just the email button to check my emails. It's really sad. Yeah, that sounds sad and it's embarrassing or whatever, but I think that there are millions and millions of people that would do the same thing if they were to cut themselves off of social media platforms.
Yeah.
But it's healthy. And then I've started, and I don't like doing this. I'm actually looking at getting like a rower, but I've started running on our treadmill twice a day.
Nice.
20 to 30 minutes a day. I know it's like the generic resolution of just exercising more, but
that's a good one.
We have the trip in May, which at some point we'll talk about, I think. But we have a very month-long trip planned in May with like a lot of walking and stuff through Europe. And so I want to make sure that I want to have an 8-pack. I want to be able to walk around with my shirt off through Greece. And everybody be like, "Oh my God.
Oh my God, is he from here?
Oh my God, does he walk on treadmills twice a day?"
Is he one of the statues of the Greek gods?
Yeah, because that's what gives you an 8-pack, right? Is just like walking on the treadmill.
Correct.
No, I'm doing running. Do a run on it now too. It's been good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I want to get a rower. We should talk about rowers next time. I've been studying them.
We can talk about rowers. I think they're kind of goofy, but we could talk about.
It's better for the knees than running. That's my problem.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like if that's what you're really trying to go for, then that makes sense.
It's better core workout, better on the abs than running.
Yeah. They're just big.
They are very large. And the one I want is not $2,200.
Yeah. It's like just go buy your own little kayak.
And we should talk about the next episode because it's going to get you so fired up. I'm not going to buy it because it's way too expensive. And to use it, you have to pay a monthly subscription, and that is gonna.
Oh God, there's nothing that kills me more.
I know. This is the only reason I want to get it is because I know it'll make you mad if I have it.
That's the worst.
It is so bad. No, I won't do it. I won't.
Yeah, I think buying. We'll talk about it. I think in general, gym equipment in the house, I like try to limit that as much as possible.
Really?
Like it depends on what it is. Treadmill. We have a treadmill. That is almost like I don't know. It really just depends on what you're doing. If you have a dedicated space for it, then I start to get in the tune of like, okay, let's start buying that rather than paying to go to a gym, because that's typically going to be a better use of your buck, I think, in the long run. But it's just one of those things that like I don't think buying gym equipment very few people go through with it and use it as frequently as they should, so it's a tricky one. But
yeah, that was kind of my take. Is we got this treadmill a few months ago, so it's like, let's do it. Let's use the thing. It's also it wasn't like a crazy expensive. It was just
they're like you can get them for $600 or something like that. I think ours was 7 or 8.
Yeah, it was only like $10,000. It's like a commercial variant.
Yeah. You're good.
No. Well, and then what else resolution wise? I need to make sure that in 2022 I spend more money than I spent in 2021. That should
be easy.
Yeah, it's easy. Just really elevate the bar.
Yeah.
Starting with a rower. Starting with a completely unnecessary rower.
I don't know if I have any money goals for 2022.
That's good.
I got the big money goal for 2021, and so the main one is just to diversify. That's really all I have, but I don't have any I wouldn't call that a 2022 goal,
Yeah. How progressive of you.
Yeah.
I love how weird you get. Okay. This is fun. We should do this next week.
This time next week.
No. Next week, we should talk about how this time last week, we talked about treadmills. We should talk about smart gyms and their expense and how ridiculous it is. But I'm also very enticed to get all of it, and it's bad.
We can talk about it. There are cases that I have where
we're already talking about it. We've now we're back on par with the length of the podcast. Yeah. Okay, thanks folks for joining. We appreciate you. Happy New Year. I hope you enjoy everything. Will doesn't appreciate anything about you unless you make poems.
I especially make sure they rhyme. Damn it.
Be nice, man. Jeez, you sound like the Grinch. Okay, bye everybody.
That was a nice poem. Just didn't rhyme.
201 subscribers. Let's go. Let's do it. 2022.